Okay, William, you have decided to go ahead and go through this one too, so I'm starting on it. Lovely piece. Underneath that scratch crystal, we've got nice white loom and clean hands and dial. Dirty case, just what we like. You found 4 watches that were basically all in the same basic condition. I don't know how you did it, but my hat is off to you. Good choices. Good choices. It's on its original bracelet. Would you get out of there? Come on. Yikes, yeah. That's the stuff we want to see. Untouched, original. Yeah, you've got a great eye. You picked out some just magnificent watches. Every single one of them is just what we want to see. Got a little bit of dirt going on here. I'll have to clean that off. It's completely original. You can see that the case back seal is just, yeah. It's cracking. I could snap that in pieces. You got a little bit of a wobble on your balance there. Huh. Let me get that apart and let's look at it. Got the, just like your other watches. I hate to keep saying it, but man, you've got a great eye. You've picked 4 winners. Look at the perfect cleanliness of it. It's so nice. With these, because of the 4th hand, they don't have their date dial guard doesn't extend over the entire hand stack, and so it's usually a good idea to get you have to pull these apart from the dial first. Well, you don't have to, but I mean that's what I do, because that's how I roll. Being silly. Hang on a second. Let's let that run out so I can get a straight shot at all this stuff. As your hacking works. Yeah, because the hand stacks on these are pretty tight. You gotta be sure about what you're doing. Okay. Oh wow, that came right off. These hands are interesting because for these world hands, because of the more complicated hand stack, they don't have bottom. They don't have there's this little ridge here is much reduced to give it room for that 4th hand. There's that next one. Okay, let's get this last one out of here. There that is. Good. Goes back to where that's supposed to go. So let's pull that dial. There you can see it. There's the exposed hand stack. The back back of the dial. Huh, interesting. No date stamp. Doesn't mean anything one way or the other, but it's interesting. I wonder why. I mean, it might be there, but it's just so faded I can't see. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's nice. I have to clean all this stuff off once I get this movement apart. There's your warpy washer. Keeps tension on that. 24 hours. 12 hours. Minute. Canyon pinion. Go ahead and that looks pretty good actually. That looks pretty okay. There we go. So now we can see the front end of the movement. Let's get the rest of this stuff off of here. Oh wait, I want to do something else first. Yes, indeedy. Forgetting my steps. Getting out of step. Okay, hang on a second. Okay. Let's roll. Gosh, nice and tight. There we go. Come on. Look at that shiny, sparkly clean. So nice. Oh, hang on just 1 second for me. Okay, winding bridge. I'm sorry. Framework with ball bearings or whatever the heck it is they call this thing. The winding bridge. I don't care what anybody says. It's super shiny, isn't it? Clean. Isn't that nice? Take this winding assembly apart with the pawl lever and all that stuff. Won't you stop fighting me? Okay. Keeper and the little screws. And there's your pawl lever and the reduction wheel. Oop. Oops. Okay. Gosh, it's Friday. I can't believe it. Okay, let's get that balance off of there. I see a little bit of haze on the movement, not a ton. Well, yep. It's got some slop. I'm looking at these. Always wear a lot, so when you see a lot of up and down shift, that's unfortunately kind of typical. Let's get this going. those faces. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely floppy. It looks okay. All right. So the 6117B is basically the same exact movement as the 6105B. It's just the calendar side is different. Other than that, it's the same. Even the plates, the main plates exchange. They're the same. Ooh, shiny, shiny. Shiny boots of leather. Yeah, nobody knows that song anymore. Look, even the bushing for the mainspring upper one is pretty clean. Ooh, sorry. Wow, this one is fresh. Come on. Come on. Stop fighting me. There we go. And there's your hacking lever. Exciting stuff. Gosh, it's so clean. Wow. Look at that. I mean, it's worn, obviously, but I mean, it's just not beaten. This thing is just not beaten. Not a lot of miles or hours, as the case may be. Yeah, look at our mainspring. Look inside the barrel. God, man, you got it. You picked some winners. Picked some winners. Great job. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, I gotta do some surgery. Okay, out of the cleaner. All nice and shiny. And look at your lower mainspring arbor jewel. And there it is. In all of its glory. Pretty neat installation, if I say so myself. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so one thing I did want to test. I now have the DiaShocks top and bottom in here, but nothing else. I just want to see how how cleanly your balance rolls. Because I thought I saw some wobble. No, that looks okay. No, that looks okay. Your hairspring's a little shimmery. There's that thing on plane. No, your hairspring's a little bit out of plane. That's probably why it's fighting us a little. That's why it's wobbling. The hairspring is up like this. So I'm going to have to correct that. So now the next thing is to test each wheel individually. And you just want to do that to sort of isolate any issues. Because then it can drop on and you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Come on. That's not bad. I mean, you're not going to get that momentum, the same momentum as you get with a Rolex, but that's not bad. It's got a fair amount of movement up and down. I'm going to have to adjust that jewel, or bushing rather. Yeah, you see. So we'll have to take that down. I have to take that down a hair. Okay, so I put that through my handy dandy Zeitz jeweling tool, and I took it down a teeny tiny fraction of a percentage. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Okay, good. Good, good. Okay. That looks pretty tight. That looks pretty good. Oh yeah, that's fine. Sorry about that, Sabrina. Had to come down and see me about something. So now I'm looking at the escape wheel. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, that's great. Okay. One last thing I want to check. One thing to always look at when you do lower mainspring arbor. Gosh darn it, would you get out of there? Out, out. There's nothing holding you. What is your problem? Is that you want to make sure that the up and down clearance is sufficient, and that you don't have anything binding up between the bridge and the okay, that looks like it's doing what we want it to do, and it is sitting where we want it to sit, right in there. Good. Okay. Sorry for the screaming. Sebastian has entered the late afternoon crazies, and Sadie's of course getting him all wound up, and they're singing Christmas songs for some reason. I can't imagine what it's going to be like when the fall finally comes, if the kids are able to go back to school. I can't even imagine how surreal that's going to be. Okay, let me drop these. Okay, so let's get that all done. I had a couple more adjustments I had to do. But the thing I always look at is where the teeth, the mainspring barrel, intersect with the center wheel. I always want it to be in that spot. Always want it to be right in there. Almost flush with the top of the gear, but not quite. I like to look and see how smoothly it spins down. Now it is time for that specialist of times. Hang on. This is silly. I shouldn't be trying to do this with the camera on top of me. Okay. Okay, now it is time for that wonderful thing. Well, that's running in. I'm looking for something else. Don't mind me. Grab the wrong thing, of course. And again, 2 times I grabbed the wrong thing. Look at that main spring. I'm sorry, the hairspring. See, I've got nothing on the calendar side. It's just the cannon pinion turning in space. So I want to get numbers of just the train. Okay, so there it is running. Let's see what happens. Let's find out together. Well, it's flat. That's good. We got some beat error. That's not terrible. Okay, let's adjust this, shall we? That's a little tighter. Okay. Oops, there we go. A little much. Okay. Now the lubrication has to run in. I tell you, it's so much nicer dealing with this than with a Rolex, because it's got a little bit of beat error adjustment space on it, but almost none, because it's a free sprung balance. So if you're out of spec and you can't use that little bit of adjustment to get it where it needs to be, you got to pull the balance apart, and that's always fun. Not so here. Oh, at least you got a clean signal. So the lubrication is just moving around. Specifically, the most important place is on the 9415 that is moving from the pallet fork stone onto around the escape wheel on the teeth. It's just the amount of lubrication you use on those parts is just tiny. But once it makes its way all the way around, that we're sliding instead of grinding, then that's where we want to be. It takes a while. So far, though, a very clean signal. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, nice clean signal. Okay, I'll give it a few more seconds, then I'm going to close up shop down here and I'll look at the numbers again in a little while, but I want to let it run. Let it run in. No rushing. Okay, the numbers were good enough that I went ahead and put the calendar side together. So this is the whole movement running. It's still running in, so I really am. It's pizza time. I'm going to pull the plug, and I'm going to let this run in overnight, but I don't have any fears about how it's going to behave. And I've got the, while I was looking at the numbers, I assembled the case, the new crystal. So we're just going to let that run, see how it does, and then get it out of here. But I don't have any fears about how it's going to be. Now to go upstairs, the eternal battle, but who gets to help me with the pizza? Okay, that's it. Okay. It is a long day. I was up, gosh, 5? It's 12 hours later? No, 11 and a half hours later. There it is. It still has to go through testing, but I don't have any doubt of the outcome. Isn't that a beauty, huh? Isn't that a beauty? Isn't that a beauty? Whoever owned this watch loved it. They've serviced it. I was the 5th time this watch was serviced. Isn't that crazy? The 5th time this thing was serviced. Somebody loved this watch, which always makes me happy to see. Well, man, you have got 4 beautiful watches. You've got 4 fantastic watches, and I am very much looking forward to getting them back to you. It's going to be awesome. That's it, man, really. Thank you so much.